All right, so today I want to give you a framework that you can use to really help you identify your niche in real estate. By the way, if you haven't met me yet, my name is Emmanuel. I am the founder and senior brand strategist over here at Square One Group, where really our mission is to help you identify your expertise and then help you scale your business using real estate systems. Okay, so realtors, they know the importance of niching. It is super powerful. Actually, one of the biggest problems I've encountered in helping our real estate clients is that it's to help them niche down. It is one of the hardest things to do. And finding one niche that at least our peoples feel comfortable with to focus on and to commit to, it's like running a 100-mile marathon. And also niching. It's also super duper misunderstood. And the idea of helping a community or your area is your niche. It's completely incorrect. So I want to spend all the time debunking that. So my goal for today's little video is to help you understand how to find your real estate niche. I'm going to give you a super simple framework to follow. And I'm also going to give you a worksheet that you can download yourself so that you can go through this exact same exercise I'm going to be doing with you today to hopefully help you find your niche. But before I get into the good stuff today, I really need to emphasize the strategic power of niching. The more narrower your focus is on a particular audience or avatar, the easier it is for you to become the dominant authority to that audience or avatar. So I like to use the old analogy of being the big fish in the small pond. If you're the big fish in a fishbowl, it will be a lot easier for you to take market share versus if you're a fish in maybe a pond or maybe even the ocean. There are a lot more fishes there, some definitely bigger than you. It is going to be far more difficult to become the apex predator. And the goal here in terms of niching down is to be the apex predator, hence the analogy of the big fish in the small pond being that big fish inside, in this case, a fishbowl. Now, I say this because I have to reference one of the guys I like to call a mentor from afar. His name is Russell Brunson. He is the creator of ClickFunnels, and he talks about in his book that niching is no more or no easier than digging 3 levels deep into your industry. Now, if the analogy is to be the big fish in the small pond, level 1, that's like being in the ocean. Level 2, that's like being in maybe a small lake. And level 3 is the fishbowl. My goal for you today is to help you identify your level 3 niche. So now let me just quickly hop into my iPad and let me show you the super simple framework that you can follow. Okay, so what you're seeing on your screen now, it's a very simplified system that we have called the 3 levels digger. It really helps you identify your niche in real estate. Now, earlier I said that a level 1 niche is like being a fish in the ocean. Now, that is essentially analogous to level 1 being real estate as your niche. It is super broad. It is going to be super difficult for you to become the apex predator if your niche is any and everyone that needs help in real estate. So now let's move into a level 2 niche. This one's actually really simple. This one's actually really simple to identify. You either need to pick one or the other. And in this particular case, a level 2 niche is either going to be a buyer or a seller. Now, we're almost there. We're almost getting to the juicy stuff, which is level 3. This is where you're going to find your niche. But before I do that, I do have to preface this by explaining to you that finding your niche, it's not about picking a location like saying Los Angeles buyer, for example, or New Jersey seller or New Jersey wholesaler. Like, that's a little too broad. The way that you identify your niche is really by identifying an audience plus a problem. Okay, I hope this is making sense and I hope this is being super duper clear. Let me give you an example or a couple examples of an audience plus a problem. Now, if we're looking at the buyer side, one audience can be LA first-time home buyers. Now keep in mind, see what I'm doing here? I'm picking an audience plus a problem. In this particular case, my audience are everyone in Los Angeles County, and the problem is of them being a first-time home buyer. Another really great example of this can maybe be Virginia move-up buyers, which are essentially people that are outgrowing their homes and they're looking to move up to a bigger and better place. Okay, now let's maybe use a seller as an example. A really obvious one is retirees downsizing. Now, I hope this is making sense to you, but the idea here is that we always want to be focusing when we're thinking about a level 3 niche to identify an audience plus a problem. Now, keep in mind, when I'm talking about audience, it doesn't only have to be specific to a location. I used the example of the retirees earlier. It could also be something like military families looking to purchase investment property. There are a bunch of different variations to do this, but you'll find that by simply creating or identifying an audience plus identifying a problem, you will be very, very easily able to identify a niche. That said, the link to this cool little 3 levels digger worksheet, I'm going to leave it in the description below. So if you want to jam on practice and kind of figure this and tinker with this yourself, go ahead and click the link below and you can get access to it. And if you want to continue to jam on about trying to help identify a niche, leaving the link to our Facebook group. That's where we jam on about all things digital marketing, lead gen, retention, fulfillment, mindset strategies, all really the good stuff for real estate agents if you're watching this and you're looking to kind of level up your real estate business. Also, if you found value in this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. It helps support the channel and it appeases the YouTube algorithm, aka the YouTube gods. And click that subscribe button as well. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this one here. Bye now.